You are welcome to my class. Our topic for today is an introduction to text and latex. In the past, producing mathematical equations and symbols has actually been a challenge. So, a man known as Donald Knott in 1984 now came up with an idea and published it in a book which he called the textbook. Now, this is Donald Knott and his book which he published in 1984. Now, when he developed this test, he actually did it with mathematics in mind. Now, he also tried to develop a special style and font for mathematical designs and printing. Now, after that, in 1985, another young guy known as Leslie Lamport came up with the idea of latex in 1985. You see, Donald Knott started text while Leslie Lamport developed latex in 1985. Again, this latex is just an improvement on the text files developed by Donald Knott. Now, there have been several errors since then, even before and after the development of text. You see, but recently, the type of latex that we are using is called Latex 2E, which is developed by the American Mathematical Society. You see, which is the modern one we are learning now, and that is the version that is still in vogue and no one has replaced it. Now, getting started, how do you use LaTeX? Number one, you need an editor. Number two, you need a compiler. And number three, you need a source of advice in case you have challenges where you can seek for information and a guide on how to go about it. Now, several text systems are available free of charge. You can actually download them from the internet for free. You're not paying anything for them. And there are several editors too which you can download for free. We have the TextLife, TextMaker, Text Studio, several of them, and so on. Now, there's a recommended manual here. If you can have access to it, it's called A Guide to LaTeX, 4th edition, written by Helmut Kober. And this textbook actually has a CD, comes with a CD which have a free text software in it. Now, how do we get started with LaTeX? Text and LaTeX are programming languages. Okay, commands are introduced with a backlash. So in LaTeX, whatever command you want to give to the system, you must start it with a backlash. Then you write your command. For example, /text will tell the computer to produce this kind of character, TEX, while /no indent will actually tell your system not to create paragraph in the document. So that is how commands are given in LaTeX. It is usually started with a backlash. So once you see a backlash in a LaTeX file, it means it's a command. An important fact, commands have this form, /a string. So there's always a slash before a string. You see, this string can be in form of letters, mostly in form of letters. So whatever letter that is in that string, provided the system understands it or the compiler understands it, it will translate it into what you will be seeing. Now, apart from strings, we also have non-letter keystrokes like spaces and so on and so forth. Although LaTeX does not recognize a space when you are in a command mode, you see, but when you want to use space, then you have to go out of the command mode. Now, let's look at this example. /LaTeX is a wonderful system. This is what will happen. LaTeX is a wonderful system. If you observe, there is a space in the first example here, but what is produced, there is no space there. So that is how LaTeX behaves. It doesn't allow space, but then there is a way to sort it out so that the sentence can make a meaning. LaTeX input files. The basic structure of a LaTeX input file consists of just 3 command lines and lines of other materials between them. Basically, in LaTeX, for you to produce a document, you have to start with /document class. The next important command there is /begin document, and why the last important command there is /end document. So once you have these 3 commands, /document class, /begin document, and /end document, a document will be produced for you. However, there are some commands we call preambles in LaTeX, very important commands. These preambles are actually optional but very important. In fact, the preamble guides the outlook of your document, how your font will appear, how beautiful or the style you want your document to appear is all embedded in the preamble. So you're going to learn them. Why the document class? We have 2 important boxes there, the X and the Y. The X box, of course, is optional but important also, because it will give you a lot of information. It will tell you the size of the document like A4. It will tell you the font like 12. Y will actually tell you whether the document class is an article, a book, a report, or whatever. So this is the outlook, how LaTeX file is. Now, the options X available to document class tell the compiler about the font size, the paper size, etc. While the class Y tells the compiler what kind of document to be produced, either a book, an article, or a report. However, some journals have their own font style and their own design for some of these things. So most times it comes in filename.cls format, and most times it also comes with filename.sty format. So all these are very, very important if you need to produce a neat job. Now, most journals, as we all know, have different ways they want you to present their articles. So you really need to understand the format they want you to use. Most times they give it to you, so you install it and you use them at once. The preamble. Now, this preamble follows immediately after the document class. Most times it comes like this. You will see things like use package, graphics, or use package LaTeX scene. Now, what these 2 commands tells you is that in this document, graphic design is allowed, and in this document you're going to see American Mathematical Society symbols. It is also allowed. Without these 2 packages, when you put any graphic in your document, it will not appear. So that is to tell you how important these options are, these preambles are. The basics of text. Text program distinguishes both text mode from math mode. You see, so text mode simply is just that mode where you just type as if you're typing your normal letter. You don't have to do anything much. If you're already familiar with MS Word, you just type like that and it shows. Why the math mode? Actually, if you're not in math mode, you will not be able to produce any mathematical equation or symbol. Basically, these are the 2 modes we have in text. Now, this is an example of how we use the math mode. It can be used to type very complex and lengthy mathematical formulas like what we already have here on the screen. Okay, while the text mode is just for typing your normal letter, your normal MS Word, and so on. Now, under math modes, there are different ways of writing mathematical expressions. You can either use dollar sign to start it, or you use the begin math mode, or you use slash uh, curve. Okay, so and there are so many others. In fact, there is another one where you can use the double dollar signs to begin, and so on. So all these things are math modes. Thank you very much.